What if rejection isn't proof that you're not good enough? It is proof you're still in the game. Those missed bookings, those when client says they don't want to work with you, or you apply for the job, you get an email saying no, job's gone, this happened, like whatever that is, and having that feeling of like, my goodness, I'm just rejected here. We then start going into this spiral and start blaming ourselves of how we can't make this when we're not capable. This is not for us. We've done it and it didn't work. And we just start beating ourselves and just um, feeling into this rejection. When actually, maybe it's just preference. Maybe it's just the way what they're looking for at the time. And in that moment, it just did not align. Could that be the reason? Let's look at it this way. We're looking for our person. He, she, them, whoever your preference is. We're looking for our person. We're dating right now. Okay. And we're going into the apps and then we're looking, okay, this person's funny, or they're like, is a personality we're after, or is it kind of like we have similar culture, or w- feeling, you know what I mean? We're dating now, we're going. And then because we go into the first person and they see us and like, no, next one, all I do is just like, does that mean that we're never going to find the love of our lives? We're not going to like keep going until we find that person who is for us? Because the one person said no and the next person said no. No, we just swipe left and keep swiping until we find our love. We'll just keep going. That's what we're gonna do. Because what about if that rejection is just data and not our identity, not a reflection of identity, just information, and it's a course of redirect, like what we get to do, where we reframe what is actually happening to we're not being rejected, we're just being redirected. We're just getting information and data on how we can just expand on ourselves, what we get to do to really start showcasing that yes, we've got this and we know what we're doing. Because when we really look at it in terms of like our identity, the awareness of what's going on, now we know, okay, this is what we need to do. It is rep building. We change the way we're labeling this thing, change the way that this is just rep, this is just information gathering. We're just collecting the notes. We're collecting, okay, this is what we get to do. Because I remember one time when I very early on in my career, I went and did this booking and I was all in my head, right? I was just not even like I didn't know what I was doing because of like I was freezing myself up and showing up. And by the end of this thing, they were like, "Oh no, we don't like." The client was like, "What are you doing? Why are you here? You're not supposed to be like. I don't want to work with you." Kind of like thing. And I just felt the rejection of, okay, you know when someone says something to you, you freeze and then blank out. That was my situation at that time. And it was a no, no, no. Each time they saw my name, it was like, no, I don't want to work with her. I don't want to work with her. Fast forward years later, I've been putting in the reps, I've been doing the work, I've been like working on my inner game, my like embodying of self to the point of like, yes, the skills is sharpening, is there. My belief and confidence in myself was also grown. Seeing this person years later, and you know that like feeling like you again, kind of like thing. And I was anchored in myself in this time. So there, it wasn't a case of like, okay, you're rejecting me now. I'm gonna like, oh, pity me, sorry me. I was like, no, do my thing. And it was like, oh, can I get to you again next time? It's like it might be like no for now and yes for later. It's like it doesn't mean that once is a no, it's forever a no. It's I really want us to like think about it. Like, where in our life are we making the, are we allowing this meaning to mean that we're not good enough? Allowing what's going, this no, to mean we're not capable. Allowing this no mean that we're not cut out for this. Because when we see every no as a muscle, a rep we're building, of something that we're expanding on, of like, how do I get to be? I gotta know, okay, next one, yes, yes. And course correcting and working on ourselves and having it to mean nothing to like it is us. Is that situation, that being, what can we do to help us move further, like move on? Like, okay, this said no, okay, change the wording, do this, reapply, get this, go, like whatever that is, we're never to make it hit personal because it's not about us, it's about collecting the no's. I remember when I started, when like showing up here, and a colleague of mine, one of my mentor friend, was just kind of like, okay, we're going to do this thing now where we're just going to be collecting the no's until we get the yes. And for every no, we're actually going to celebrate that we got a no. So that's there doing the work, asking people out like, okay, let me coach you on this, support you. Oh no, I'm not fine. No. And instead of like, ooh, like, yeah, okay. That's a one no, okay, next. Because for every no, we're getting closer to the yes. For every no, we're building a muscle to get us closer to the thing that we want. But when we fear the no, when we fear the rejection, when we fear the thing that is like, okay, oh no, you're not the person we're looking for, keep going. Keep like collecting the data and changing the data, like moving on, but not allowing that no to stop you from the desire you want to go, from that tree you want to become, from that person that you're wanting to be. If we allow those no, we're stopping us from getting, because we're 3 feet from gold. We're 3 feet from the yes we want. And we're building that muscle of like, yeah, it's not me, it's just a job next. Whatever that is, we go, we roll, we move on. We are not going to be staying in that stuckness. We're not going to be staying in that feeling. Because every no is a redirection. Every no, next, we move on. We anchor it down. We get the data, we get the information, but it has nothing to do with who we are or how we to ourselves. We are anchored in who we are becoming. We're not, we're not hesitating. We're not allowing the fear of the fear of rejection to hold us because we've got this. And if you are needing support to really go deeper into what is this thing and how is this showing up for me, and you want to get that clarity and awareness in it, let's book a blockbuster call where we can then navigate and figure out what is that for you to start having the ability to start building the muscle. Because when we have the awareness and we start doing the repetition, would the identity become so strong, and then we start have that confidence to show up fully as who we are. Till next time. Bye for now.